Yo, welcome back to another video. We in here, y'all. We got official WWE 2K26 updates. Major changes coming. This is going to be the last video we do today. Let's get right into it. Here we go.
The Island version 2, streamlined showcase matches. We're also potentially going to be getting more options in My GM and a humongous major change. Switch ups to Universe mode, Mix Max Tag Team Challenges, and TNA and AAA and NXT roster highlights and spotlights. With WWE 2K25 just wrapping up its final DLC with the Saturday Night Main Event pack, we're now going to start to roll into the teaser, the leak cycle when it comes to WWE 2K26. So without further ado, make sure you do subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything regarding next year's game, and of course drop a like to help support us. But the Island version 2. The Island made its way, its WWE 2K debut in 2K25, and while there were areas for potential, and there is a lot of them, it left a lot to be desired. That said, unless something truly unexpected happens, the Island isn't going to go away anytime soon, as much as I would like it to. So it's important that the mode gets a few tweaks and critical upgrades if it's going to win people over with the Island version 2. Now, I don't like the Island because for me, I like the game to be true to life, realistic, and WWE does not take place on an island. We don't get mystical powers. I'd rather have the Island take place in an arena, and you can go to the merch store, you can go and speak to and integrate with other aspects of WWE, whether it's the GM, other wrestlers, a wardrobe where you can change your superstar's attire. Let's make WWE a bit more realistic. The Island, I don't know guys, down below let us know what you thought of the Island. Another one of the big problems with the Island is the lack of interactivity with the world itself. So if you're going to have this big open space where you can see all these cool buildings and stores, not only do you need to be able to explore them in much more detail, but they also need to have things to do. No one's expecting like GTA level of depth here, but an additional layer of interactivity would be welcome. The shelf life of the Island is pretty grim. You know, you go and do your tasks, you go and do all the story mode sort of aspects to it, and then it's just a bit boring. If you see a food cart selling items, is there a cooking minigame you could do that has you beating a certain time to score to unlock a new item? In the arcade, can you earn points by playing older WWE games in the arcade cabinets to unlock things as well? These are things that would relate to the Island, but again, like I say, I'd rather have it in an arena where, you know, you can see how much merchandise your superstar has sold. You know, you could try and outsell John Cena or Jey Uso in terms of merch, and that could be like a little mini game by winning matches, by taunting, by integrating with the WWE Universe. You could also have a mobile phone that you whip out and you can see how over you are with the fans. Obviously, the decisions that you make in this real world kind of WWE landscape, you know, whether it be the Universe mode, you can actually see that your actions have consequences. You know, you can go and get a drink, you can go and get something to eat, you can go and integrate with John Cena and say, hey John, I want to be just like you, I want to be a superstar, and he can give you some advice. Or you can piss him off by saying you can't see me and he starts beating on you. You know, these are all hypotheticals, but for me, the Island needs to just go away and never come back, and we need to have this more interactive sandbox mode in an arena. Now, let's change up, and we're moving to streamlined showcase matches. 2K hasn't revealed who the new showcase mode will be built around, but one possibility that would make it great and fit would be to have the best in the world, CM Punk. Yeah. Punk hasn't had his extensive WWE career spotlighted in this new era of the showcase mode since he returned, and with the runnings on now, it would make all the sense in the world to have him featured as the main star. If that's the case, some tweaks to showcase mode would make the final version one of the best yet. The biggest change would be streamlining the matches themselves, and that specifically relates to the number of objectives you have to achieve during the match. There are a few times that showcase matches you have to complete, but you have to pull out the menu for more details and kind of ask the game what it wants you to do. It breaks away the immersion. So have them more streamlined, have more matches, but with fewer objectives. You know, that's one way to look at it. But what do you think about streamlining the showcase mode. And what do you think about it potentially being a CM Punk centric showcase? So let's move on to more options in My GM mode. My GM is easily one of the favorite modes in WWE 2K, and it's only going to continue post WWE 2K25. The mode got better with online multiplayer and new championships in WWE 2K25, but there are still a few ways to give the mode an even bigger upgrade. The more match options you have to work with on each show, the better, and the more were added in WWE 2K25. So for WWE 2K26, there are a few options that will immediately have an impact on your shows and give you yet more options to fill out your card with and set you up for success. The first is having the option of bringing in a celebrity to your show for a certain amount of time. And while the cost would be high, it could help you get over the hump in terms of viewers, and bring them in would have also other marketing booking benefits that can help you down the line if the experience goes well. Another choice that has gained prominence lately is one-off appearances from former WWE stars, including Dolph Ziggler and Zack Ryder, and having the ability to bring in unexpected pop to a premium live event or a go-home show that would give GMs an even more expansive tool set to craft their dream seasons of TV. And we'll talk about having superstars from AEW and, not AEW, from TNA and AAA coming into the game a little bit later. Two other options would be squash matches and open challenges, and both would serve different purposes. If you bring in a new free agent or created wrestler, being able to build them as an unstoppable force would open things up for them and help get them over, though it would be at the detriment of other less established stars on your roster. Then there's the open challenge, which would be limited to champions, but could be a great way to keep your champ rolling and find potential rivalries. There's also something I'd like either streamlined or outright removed, and that's the scouting feature. While I appreciate the extra layer of depth in finding and hiring talent, the process of it all limits the system, and it's frustrating more than immersive, and it's ultimately still a bit random regarding who pops up on the free agent pool, which can be very frustrating and takes you out of the immersion. Mixed match challenges. WWE 2K25 brought back intergender wrestling, and it seems to have gone over quite well with the fans. That means we're in the perfect place to bring back one of my favourite tournaments from the past, the Mixed Match Challenge, which paired a male and a female superstar together in a tag team as part of a tournament, and it would be great to have it as both an offline and online tool. Offline, the game could be randomly put together tag teams and probably come up with some interesting combinations for your dream team to face, earning unlockable rewards along the way. Online, things would operate in much the same way, though it would be human players all choosing their dream teams to take down somebody else's. If 2K wanted to do the extra mile, there could be rewards for pairing up specific superstars, unlocking matching gear colours, unique entrances, and even combo finishes, though that would be quite a lot to implement for a new mode right off the bat. But again, imagine teaming up the Terror Twins, Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest. You would get a unique entrance, and you could unlock some in-ring gear for them as well. But the biggest thing that WWE 2K26 needs to offer us is TNA and AAA crossovers, as well as expanding the NXT roster. Let's spotlight some of these superstars that have yet to be in a game, or just don't really pop in WWE 2K25. The roster is always a major part of a new WWE 2K game, and this year's version has some unique options to explore thanks to everything that's happening in real life. After 2K25 was released, WWE started working on extensive deals with TNA, and the two companies have taken some time but have now teamed up and turned those into full-time crossovers. TNA stars appear on a regular basis within WWE and vice versa, and some WWE stars have even been TNA champions, so seeing that present itself in the real world, wouldn't that be amazing if it would cross over onto our games? Yeah. Now, it's not realistic to have 2K simply move the entire TNA roster to the next WWE game, but having some of the bigger stars who have crossed over at times would certainly make sense. I'm thinking DLC releases. Some names that come to mind for the playable roster would be Joe Hendry, Leon Slater, Moose, Lei Ying Lee, the Hardys, and Mike Santana. And other names we'd love to see in the game would be Steve Macklin, The Inspiration, and Frankie Kazarian. There are also some big names on NXT, Raw, and SmackDown that didn't make it into WWE 2K25, Those stars include Rey Fenix, Blake Monroe, Ricky Saints, Rusev, Jordan Grace, Zariah, and Izzy Dame, but there are so many other NXT superstars that would be fun to utilize. Hank and Tank, Miles Bourne, a big favorite of mine, Tavian Heights, Ren Sinclair, Lainey Reed, Kendall Gray, Jasper Troy, and Tyra May Steele. If even half of these stars make it into the game, the roster could easily be one of the standout elements, and then throw in AAA as well. Having the Kingo in there would just absolutely make my dreams come true. But what do you think about the WWE 2K26 roster? Do you think we're going to be merging TNA and AAA, and of course expanding upon the NXT roster? Let us know down below. Thanks for bearing with me. I am quite poorly at the moment, so my voice may be...
Alright, thank y'all for watching. Might do a wrestling stream later on today. We'll see what happens. I'll see y'all later. Bye, guys.